Hey again, it's me from CAMTV, and we're going to be talking about some more characters in my new comic book universe. Mostly focusing on one main character, and then all their bad guys that I've made so far, and some other good guys and anti-heroes too. So, yeah. Like it or not, this is the first character I ever made for my new series and my new comic books. His name is the Mystical Man, and I kind of took inspiration off of Green Lantern and Moon Knight, which you'll see in a bit. So basically, he has this sword that he can use, and he can basically make energy projections off of that, and he kind of looks like Moon Knight, but he acts kind of more like a Spider-Man type of way, where he basically quips and stuff. Now we are going into the villain section, so I'm going to talk about all his villains. And this is his first group, and it's called the Magical Menagerie. Ooh, I think I cooked with that name. It goes hard. So first we have Laser Brains. He's the pink/purple guy on stage, and on screen here. And basically what he does is he shoots electricity, and he also shoots energy projections, little bolts of lightning. And he can move around really fast. So I thought that would be pretty fun. This guy's name is Big Mouth, and he can, I mean, this is all work in progress. This is not his actual name. If you can suggest a better name, please God do. But basically, he can, he's kind of like Ant-Man, where he can turn really big, but he can also, in extension to that, I just thought of this, he can turn any part of his body into something big. If he wanted to swallow something, he would just make his face real big. But I think that's really cool, and would be a cool addition to have. But he doesn't really talk. He's kind of like Pharaoh, I guess, so he can't really talk. So that's cool. This not-so-charming guy, his name's Phaser. And fun fact, this guy was actually going to be called the Ghoul. But he, another guy's name is the Ghoul, so I can't really use it. He basically can turn invisible, and he can turn you can't, what's that word, you can't hit him. He phases in and out. So I thought that would be cool. So he would be a good addition to Rob Banks and stuff. This red guy is called the Centurion. And I thought it would be crazy if we could pull a Darth Vader thing, where that guy's related to our friend, what's his name? Yeah, the Mystical Man. And I thought that would be cool. But I just don't know what family member to do. Should I do his dad, which is kind of annoying? Should I do his cousin? Just tell me his brother. So, yeah, he can basically use Mystical Man's powers. That's what he does. Except he uses them in a more projectile way, where he shoots guns and stuff. Mystical Man just does a more hand-to-hand combat type of thing. And finally, rounding out the group, this is the Alchemist. He is the self-entitled leader of the group, although it's kind of co-leader, because him and the Centurion over there, they both kind of share it. So I just feel it would be good if I don't know, there's a little squabble between them. But he can basically, he's kind of Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange. He does a lot of spells, and he can create a bunch of stuff at will with the spells he makes. And he created the team to take down Mystical Man because he doesn't like him too much. Alright, and finishing off the group-ish, this is a semi-character in the group. We have Slick. She's the first like woman that we've had as a character in our little universe so far, and she's an anti-hero, so that's the first one too. So I think it would be interesting if we make her the Mystical Man's like love interest at like, I don't know, like they don't know that they're fighting against each other, but she becomes a half good guy. I don't know, sounds cool. So yeah, and if you know a better name than Slick, please tell me. It's just that she has like speed powers, so that's why. So I wanted to make like an anti Mystical Man, because like, you know how there's like, you know, Webman for Spider-Man, and there's like a bunch of others like anti, like Reverse Flash, kind of like that. So his name is the Visionary, and he basically he does not have powers, but what he does have is like the brains and the tacticians, so he can really, he's kind of like Batman-ish, so he can like go toe-to-toe with Mystical Man even without powers, so that's pretty cool. And now we're on to another group. Yeah, their name, the Four Seasons, like the band and the movie and the TV show. Basically, it's all their powers revolve around, guess what? The 4 seasons of like the year. So first we have Summer here. He is the co-leader of the group, and he can shoot fire and create sun rays that like burn people. So that's pretty cool. And here we have Winter. He can basically shoot like ice and stuff, and he can like freeze people. So I think that's pretty cool. And also he can like throw snow and stuff. So that's just annoying. And then we have Spring. He can basically control animals, and he can make them like go and attack Mystical Man. So I think that's pretty interesting, because like Aquaman is a good guy, and he can control fish for some reason. So I think it would be interesting if we like flipped the script, you know, made the bad guy do that. And now we have Fall. He is actually undead, and he isn't that smart. He can still talk, but he's like Solomon Grundy, so he's like, me am so tired. So like, you know, he uses broken up speech, and he can kill people with a touch, and also he can raise people from the dead to create a big army. So I thought that was pretty cool. And Mystical, get it? This is another anti-hero / assassin, so she's kind of like the Punisher. Her name is Full House, and she's kind of like Gambit, so she can throw the cards. That's such a bad, I'm about to make a name for myself. That's such a bad Gambit impression. So we got her, and she could also, I mean, she just stabs people, and like, you know, so it's just kind of like Black Cat, Catwoman type of stuff, right? I guess. So that was kind of all of our Mystical Man people. This is a new guy named Collateral, and he has a wife that's also a superhero. It's kind of like the Incredibles. And he, well, his name is not necessarily Collateral. We could change that post, but I thought it was a funny name. He has all the powers of Superman except for the Ice Breath and the Heat Vision. Alright, so this is Collateral, or we're just sticking with Collateral, I guess, and I think it would be funny if she was like Wrecker Woman or something. So this is his wife, Wrecker Woman. Fun, on the spot. And she basically has all the same stuff as Collateral does, except she has that mysterious device in her hand, and we don't know what she does with it. She keeps threatening it, but we don't know. So that's pretty cool. This is our new friend, Moped, and he's a villain for everyone. So what I mean by that is he could be a villain for Buckle Up and Speedway. He could be a villain for Mystical Man. He could be a villain for Pyro. Nope, who the flip is Pyro? I meant Flare Gun. Or even Golden Globetrotter. Limit are endless. He rides a moped. That's it. This is the SOL, or Soul Armor, which is an acronym for Speed of Light, and it's basically a super fast armor that someone wears to fight. It's like a villain thing, so it's kind of like Mach 4, so that's pretty cool. He has flight, and he has laser beams. This is Blue Burst, and his partner in crime, his sidekick, Burst Boy. Yeah, Burst Boy. And basically they have the same powers. Well, Blue Burst basically is, he vibrates so fast, and he has enough kinetic energy, so when he gets hit, it's kind of like Black Panther's thing, where like he just blows all the energy in one place. And Burst Boy, he basically has almost the same thing, except he's more hands-on, so that's cool, and he's a bit more violent. This is the Stinger. He can fly, and he's an OG member of the superhero group, kind of like the Avengers. I still gotta figure out a name for them. And he also has these things on his wrists that shoot like little stinger stabby things that tranquilize targets. So he's pretty cool. These are the Havoc bots, and this is going to happen in a whole entire arc that I'm going to do. And basically the Havoc bots are they're basically sent out like Ultron drones, and they try to save the public from, getting killed in superhero fights. But instead, their mainframe, their main leader, Havoc Prime or whatever, he gets glitched, and he got taken over by someone. This someone is the technologist, the man behind the Havoc bots in the first place, and he wanted to do this from day one because he has an IQ, like the biggest IQ in the world, and so he created these bots to try to help people, but he slowly went insane with all his thoughts in his head. So then he just decided, you know what, who cares, I'm gonna be evil. So that's what happens. Bum bum bum. As always, it's been fun doing this with you guys, so thank you so much for helping me, and please tell me a name in the comments if you want me to change it, and suggest some more characters, And the next one is going to be Bring on the Bad Guys. All villains are coming in, and they're coming in hot, coming in packing, so yeah, that'll be fun. Thanks for watching, and see some more videos, and subscribe. Oh my god, bro. I really plugged it.